Now, I have days that I literally stay at home, almost indoors the entire day, because I'm feeling a little different. And by the way, it's not due to depression, it's due to physical pain. And so rather than be lazy and sleeping all the time and get myself bored and probably get worse, I have small things, tiny hobbies that I've developed, some hobbies, and this is what I'm gonna be talking about today. Welcome to those that are joining the channel for the first time. This is Cecilia Edzawi TV. You're all welcome. Just remember to subscribe, to comment, and share the videos after you watch it. So this is what I do. Like I have explained partially before in my other videos, I have a very serious back condition sustained during an injury some years ago, and it's the reason I stopped working as a nurse. I used to be a nurse before, but I'm no longer working as a nurse. So I spend the entire day at home, not working, and I have my good days, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm always in pain. I have my good days, I'm outside. You know, you see me walk in the mall, you can't even believe I have, days that I am in bad shape like this. So when I am at home, I would rather not just sit and be lazy and gain weight and, So I've tried to engage myself in some little hobbies or habits just to engage my mind, to make myself, entertain myself and have something to do. So when I feel okay, I go to the mall, I buy material, I buy wool, I buy crochet, and I do some small crafts. A good example, I made this blanket. I made this blanket. Look how big it is. See? This is all crochet work. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to finish it because I ran out of the wool. I underestimated how much I needed to make a blanket. And it's the first blanket I've ever made. So I hardly knew how much wool I needed to buy. And I bought the wool from Walmart. By the time I got to this size of the blanket, I figured I needed more wool. So when I went back to Walmart, I couldn't find the same color of the wool, so I had to stop. I didn't worry much because the blanket was big enough to be usable, right? But looking back at this project now, I regret even why I did this, because I've been watching a few videos for people who are making temperature blankets, and I never knew about temperature blankets, right? So I've always thought that if I had made a temperature blanket, it would have become a more interesting project, because it comes with different color hues that are more interesting and fascinating than just this solid block green and gray blanket, right? I mean to gift this away to somebody. So my intention is whenever I feel like I'm in the mood to crochet again, I'll go and buy some wool in the store. Although I heard some people say that I may have to order it from Amazon to get a better hue of the colors that I might want, and then make a temperature blanket. So I hope I stick to my promise that one day I may be showing you, the temperature blanket that I'll be making. But I don't want to discourage myself and say this was a bad project. It wasn't. It still kept me busy. It still kept my mind engaged. And yes, I've made it this big, and I don't know who I'm gonna gift it to, but I am definitely gonna give it to somebody. It's very big, and very warm. So let me show you the other stuff that I do. So this is just one example, so I'll put it here. Now, sometimes I like to make small like DIY projects, you know, for the house in Harare. It's a fairly new house, but almost empty. That's why on the other video I was showing about the bedroom, you find there's still a lot of work to be done in the house. And the reason I'm showing you this is a curtain, or I'll say curtains, that I bought these curtains yesterday. I love the print. Look at the print. This is beautiful. I think this is a peacock. Yeah, so I bought these curtains. It's two of them, the other one behind me, and I mean to put them on the bedroom that I use in Harare. Has an ensuite in it, so it doesn't have any curtains yet. So I'm going to have to put this on the window. As you see, these are very, very long. The drop is very, very, you see, it's over 2 meters, and that's too long for the window, right? So I know the drop, what it is about 1.5, 1.6 meters. So I've already measured. I was using the broomstick to measure from, because I didn't have my tape measure. So now I know I have to cut off at this point now. So when I cut off at this point, it's both of them. It's a very narrow window. So when I put, it's not a wide curtain. You see how wide it is? This is just the single panel, but I have 2 panels to put on the window. So it's a very narrow window, like 45 centimeters. So the 2 panels are going to fit very well, and they're gonna be gathered and full like that. And obviously, because they are long, I'm gonna have to chop off at the bottom almost 80 centimeters at the bottom, because it's too long. The drop is too much. So I'm gonna have, so it's one of the things that I do. I already have a scissors, and it's just a small scissor, but it's gonna do the job, right? It might just take me longer to cut off the bottom part. So I'll cut it from here, and then I will hand make the hem and on both of them, and then I'll just fold them. When I go to Zimbabwe, I'll be hanging these curtains and referring back to this video. So it's good to keep posted, to stay posted, so that you can always look back. For those who are coming for the first time, sometimes I have projects like this where I show something today, and then in the future I'm gonna show an update or a continuation. But don't worry, because I'll always refer to the previous video, so that if you didn't get to watch it, you can watch and then connect the two, right? So yeah, I'm gonna cut off that, and then when I sew, because this is gonna take some time, I'm not making it today. I don't have a sewing machine. I'm using my hands, so I couldn't show you sewing on this video, because I can't be hand sewing and wasting your time, you guys. I might show you when they are done, but the point is to just tell you about it, what I'm going to do, and show you that I handmade it. So when I go to Harare, when I hang them up and show you how they look on the window, is when I'm gonna bring up this video again for you to see, right? So you see that there's a whole chunk. When you look at here, this is all gonna be chopped off. This is a whole chunk of material. I'm not going to throw this away. What I would do is try and make cushion. I'll try and make cushion covers for pillows like this, this size of pillow. So I can use this extra material to cover it like that. Let me show you. So it will come up like that, right? So I'll make sure I'll try and make sure when I make the pillows to position the print or the peacock you know, to position it appropriately on in the middle of the pillow, right? But then with the kind of material I have, I'm gonna throw these pillows on the patio chairs outside, because this is not cotton. It's like some kind of polyester. Feels like it can't absorb water and stuff like that. That's why I wanted it for the bathroom. And also the remainder, I'm going to make some cushion covers, you know, or pillow covers like this for the garden or patio chairs. So I might end up with 2 or 3 pillows like this, and all this I'll be showing you in the next video that I'm talking about, and then I'll remind you of course of today's video. And then yeah, I hope this comes out well. So these are some of the things that I'm doing behind the scenes. I don't let pain put me down, because I've heard this is gonna be chronic. When I talk to my doctors, this is something I'm gonna have to deal with. So on my bad days, this is what I do. And I find it very uncomfortable sitting on the couch because it's too soft. So I always have, let me show you. I always have this patio chair inside because it's firm, right? It's quite firm. I've just put a small pillow so that it's not too hard on my back. It's firm, so I always move it around, you know, in the house. So depending on where I'm trying to sit. So when I watch my TV, this is where I sit. Not if I'm on the couch, I have to be laying on my back so that I don't compress my spine. So it's that bad, guys. I've never really given you details of it. Sometime in the future, when we get to some reasonable number of subscribers, I'll be telling you the story, right? So this is how bad it is. And yeah, so like for the 2-3 days ago, I could barely walk because I've pain radiating to my right upper thigh. I can't say I have back pain really, but I know it's coming from the lumbar and hip area, and it's all part of that problem. So I've been watching a lot of videos. Yeah, trying to watch a lot of videos. They call the psoas, and how to get rid of it. There've been some stretching exercises which other, you know, doctors came and say on the videos, don't do stretches, do this and that. You know, guys, I followed the instructions. It has helped because yesterday I managed to go out and walk for about half an hour, you know. Although when I came back, I had much more pain with it. I can tell it's better than it's been like 5-7 days ago. So I'm going to continue with the exercises, which I can't show you now because that's not the aim of the video. I'll continue with the exercises, but also because I'm limited in mobility during this severe pain episodes, am I not exercising? I am still exercising, right? So whilst I'm sitting here on the floor, I find it better to lay down on the floor. If I want to watch my TV, I put a pillow behind me, lay on my back. It's the most comfortable position with my injury, and watch TV. And because I don't want to, it's not healthy to stay like that, I have my exercise equipment. So I have things like this around me in the same space. This is all within the same space. I have this to, you know, to do my weights. I have my TheraBand to, you know, so all this is happening in the same space. So if you were to walk into my house, when I'm working on projects like this, you might see a folded blanket there. You might see a sewing project in the corner. You might see an exercise ball, TheraBand, and you might see my paperwork for content creation and stuff like that, all within my space. And when I go to sleep, I leave things there because the bending and straightening my back is too much for my injured back. It causes more pain, and sometimes it's so painful I don't even want to bend. That's why I'm sitting here. When I get up to go to the kitchen, prepare a meal, or go to the washroom, or make a few steps in the hallway through the pain. You know, sometimes I try to walk even through the pain. But yeah, like all I wanted to say is regardless of what I'm going through, I still find some small projects to work on inside the house, like this, what I've been talking about, crochet work. Like I'm gonna hand sew this. I've made skirts, I've made small shirts, handmade them. I might show you in the future. So this is just some of the things I do, right? And when I'm in Harare, you find I do a little more gardening because the weather is like sunny most of the time, so it promotes a lot of growth in the garden. So you might see me doing that. Here I don't have any much space to do gardening that I could show you. Yeah, so I just thought I should bring this to you so that you know. So this is what I'm doing behind the scenes. So my days are not all good. So when I come to post videos for you, sometimes I'm doing it through pain, sometimes. So I just thought I could make use of today's bad day to show you something that, you know, happens when I'm down, like I'm low because of pain. I'm not just sitting, and I try to avoid taking medication unnecessarily, unless if it really gets to the point that I can't avoid, right? Because I don't want to keep taking pain medication. This thing is chronic and probably a lifetime thing, and I can't be relying on pain medication on a daily basis. So yeah, guys, this is all I wanted to talk to you about. Sometimes I hate cooking. If I love the cooking, I'll probably be doing some baking and stuff like that, but standing when my back is aching and in pain, standing sometimes is quite a chore. So you find sometimes my sink is full of dishes, and when my kids come, they wash them for me, or I put them in the dishwasher and it's taken care of. So yeah, so I just wanted to come to you and show you what happens sometimes behind the scenes. Sometimes people you don't know. So the idea of this channel, when I come to say, I always say, is to inspire, right? Inspiring people, like, you know, in our 60s, I know a lot of people have ailments, some have arthritis, some have, you know, we all have different, not all of us, some people are still healthy, but all I'm trying to say is don't let any condition, you know, put you down and, you know, drag you to, you know, maybe even depression. And there's small things that you can do within your space, within your means, within your capability. You know, you have your good days and bad days. Good days, you go out and be who you want to be. The bad days, if you are indoors, there's always one or two things. Find hobbies to do, you know. Even going to the mall, you can go there, sit at the food court, eat and read a book, and then come back home, you know. If you can get a Uber or, you know, a ride there, it's still a ways off, but, you know, try to live your life the best way. Try to live your life regardless of whatever is going on. Thank you for coming today, guys. Please remember to subscribe, to share, and to comment. And until next time, bye.